Welcome along, David Marshall here from the Conscious Creation Academy. So today it is Easter Friday in the UK, 2024. I hope you're well. Kind of looking out the window, it's actually very cold for the time of year, but I'm interested in exploring more with Arron that part of my broader consciousness, an independent personality. And so this year in 2024, I'm really focusing on exploring that because it's really intriguing to understand, accept, and experience other states of consciousness, to merge, connect with other personalities from outside of physical reality. And actually that experience, I think, is probably the most valuable one. When you understand the concepts that you create your own reality, that it's a state of consciousness, that you're immortal, actually then experiencing it is the next step. And I think that's often what's definitely what's missing in this kind of new age that we find ourselves in. So let's think of the new age as a kind of stepping stone. We've entered into some new ideas, but actually what we want to do now is really drop those ideas, and we want to begin to understand reality in this new way, a kind of a new age of illumination where we understand that we're not floating on a planet in space. And that's why all these things like psychic awareness and the law of attraction and all that, that's why they work. That's why science is struggling and exploring quantum physics, because we're not floating on a planet in space. You're literally dreaming of yourself and your reality, of course. So in a dream, when you wake up in the dream, it seems real, doesn't it? Often the rules are very different, and often we can't kind of dissect and interpret the dreams, but actually when you're in it, it's real. And I think that's the easiest analogy. It's not exactly accurate, but it's the easiest analogy that I can give you today based on this. So this morning I was on this Easter Friday sitting down. I don't have any work to do per se, and so I thought I would kind of, the idea of exploring creativity came up. And what I'm interested in doing is really kind of stepping aside and letting Arron explore. It's a really interesting experience for me to let that happen, and I hope it's an interesting experience for you as well. So today we're exploring creativity. I'm just going to pause this for a second. I'm going to relax. I can feel Arron around. By that I mean like I can feel his identity. I can't see it here. I cannot hear it. I can hear it. I can hear him internally. And I can feel his sense of humor and this kind of energy coming over me, in me, around me. So I'm going to pause for a second, then we'll let Arron speak. And I have no idea what he's going to say, but I'm sure it will be interesting for all of us. Okay, take care. I'm just going to pause this now, and we will, excuse me, we'll start in a second. The next voice you hear will be Arron's. So I bid you a fond good morning. I'll explain my process just as David has done to you. And so as I exist here outside of physical reality, I'm able to turn my attention toward David's energy field, just as you are able to turn your attention towards a particular direction and the details grow. As you operate within your own reality, if you are offered a left turn and a right turn, then as you turn left, of course, you get more detail of the left-hand turn, and the details of the right-hand turn are not experienced. And so for myself, I'm able to turn my attention toward the consciousness, the energy field, the awareized energy, the soul, the psyche that David is within physical reality and outside of physical reality. And by doing so, I'm able to connect. I'm able to express my ideas, my personality, my self through the mechanism. I can only do that voluntarily with David, who essentially steps aside, essentially moves his consciousness, his ideas of his identity to one side, and therefore I'm able to speak, and I'm speaking to you as ideas. And of course, all speech start as ideas. The ideas you have about yourself, you express, you say, I am this, I am that, I'm going here. But these are ideas that you have. And because you are, in essence, the psyche, the soul, the consciousness, you are an idea of yourself. You are aware of yourself to some degree. Therefore, I operate in exactly the same way. You and I are no different in that. The only difference is that you are faced with such a compelling, such a real, in inverted commas, experience that it denies you information from a broader reality. My own experience is not the same as yours. I'm able to move my consciousness at will, to turn it in many, many directions. I'm able to separate my consciousness. I'm able to withdraw my consciousness and have multiple realities experiencing at the same time, as you do, but as you are unaware of. And so this brings us to the point of creativity. In what way are you, a species, creative? And I would encourage you to use the term spiritual creativity. In what way can you be creative? Well, you create your own reality. Not the you that you identify with, not the you that drives the car, not the you that goes to work, but the you that is outside, beyond, a step away from that identification, is actively cooperating with other consciousness, psyche, awareized energy to form the reality that you experience. You chose to be here. It's your choice of creativity. Your mode of creativity is the conscious awareness that you create your own reality. Now, of course, there are other levels, not better or worse, of creativity. I am being creative right now. David is being creative right now. The forces that create the reality here is being creative right now. And this is why you enjoy creativity. It fills you with a joy and a sense of being, writing, reading, music, creating. All these things are aspects of your natural, spiritual creativity. A world is not born by accident. It is born because it is creatively imagined within the identity, not only of the individual, but the souls en masse that are involved with that creativity. It may be that in another reality, you are perceived very differently. In another reality, you may be perceived as a forest of 1,000 years. You may be perceived as an idea. You may be perceived as a wave. You may be perceived as a note. I'm expressing these in very human terms because this is how you relate to them. But in other realities, your creativity is used in different ways to create an experience. It is also used by others. Your creativity is picked up on, so to speak, psychically, energetically. You have an idea, and somebody else psychically who is in line, who complements that idea. Remember, an idea is a psychic construction. And when you have that idea, others psychically are able to tune in if it's complementary. They may be seeking the same experience, and therefore, as that construction is created outside of physical reality, then others are able to pick up in it. They dream it, they feel it. They say, I don't know why, but I feel as though this could be important. And then they add their own creativity to this process. And so creativity is naturally yours. It does not begin within physical reality. Physical reality is a small byproduct in many ways of your multi-dimensional creativity. But it is your home station. It is the place where you play out your ideas, your fears, where you are encouraged to wake up, to become the conscious creator, to take part in the development of yourself, your species, your family. Other forms of consciousness are, of course, involved within this. There is a vested interest that you have that is ingrained biologically into your environment. But there is a vested interest creatively from the source of yourself, from the broader self from which your identity emerged. You are an idea of yourself. You are an idea that your broader self had of itself, expressed within physical reality. To embody those ideas. And so use your creativity. Look for ways to be creative. Look for ways to express yourself. And recognize that these ideas, expressions are not physical. They are spiritual by nature if we want to define them. They originate outside of physical reality. They originate and express themselves through multi-dimensional realities, multiple realities. The physical reality is just one expression of your personal, unique creativity. The other areas in which your creativity impacts are not experienced by you. When you write something or you say something or you express yourself, it is received by the universe, in inverted commas, received by reality. And other people then respond, and creatively ideas expand and grow. And so to round this short creative expression off, I would encourage you to be yourself. Take a while, take some time, 20 minutes, half an hour, to think, how do I want to express? What creativity would I enjoy? And although you are busy raising children, earning money, doing your jobs, there is a general dissatisfaction within the species. There is a dissatisfaction with the state of the environment in which you find yourself, dissatisfaction generally, personally, and en masse. And this dissatisfaction will only be remedied through the use of spiritual creativity, spiritual understanding. It would be true to say that the only problems you have are spiritual. You are unaware that you are conscious creators. You are unaware of the power and the level of your creativity. And you have used the term spiritual, and so I have to use the term. But everything is personal development. The psyche and the soul are one thing, and therefore the term spiritual is in itself misleading. But language, by its nature, is misleading. So follow the essence of my voice. It is a creative cooperation that we are both having as I am expressing and you are listening. You are then creatively taking this on board, using it in your own way. And so embrace it. Embrace yourself. Understand you are, if nothing else, by nature, creative consciousness. And the problems in your life, the challenges in your life, can only be resolved through using your creativity in new ways, individually and en masse. So go create something new. Embrace personal creativity. It starts with you. From your corner of reality, you can give birth to joy, happiness. You can birth a reality from an idea. This is what you do anyway, but I want you to do it consciously. And this is the way, the only way in truth, that you will ever actualize, become the being that you feel inside yourself, by embracing your spiritual creativity without limitations, without fear, without concern of devils or demons. These are created by institutions and have no basis in reality. Outside of physical reality, none of these fears or concerns exist. They were born from ignorance. Therefore, be fearless. Embrace love and creativity. And you may be surprised at how you feel, how your reality is impacted, and continue each day. And with that, I wish you a fond point, a fond day, a fond week, and I look forward to expressing my own creativity, my own joy to you as part of my own unique expression. Have a wonderful day. Okay, David back. So, I can't remember anything about that at all. I can remember talking about creativity, my experience of it was really, and I do get a sense of my own creativity, but outside of physical reality, that this is just, and it's just a sense, it's a feeling, very strong feeling, that my creativity really doesn't begin here, in physical reality. So I'm going to go back and listen to that. Certainly the experience of it, the more I do this kind of ad hoc without doing it, with doing it with a sense of just kind of adventure, really, more than anything else, the more I get out of it. I have a tendency to kind of take these things too seriously because, my first experience at the age of 3, very dramatic out-of-body experience, a huge psychic experience. And so I kind of, I based my whole life really around that. And Arron, that you were hearing there, has been, my first dream that I remember when I was around that age was with Arron. I was going through in a dream, and I was going through, he was teaching me. I was trying to head towards a pipe, of all things, and I said, I can't fit in the pipe. And he said, remember your consciousness, your energy, that's who you are, your ideas are what you form. Think yourself small. And I did, and I kind of went through, and that's been happening every day. I'm now 57 years old. So this is really important to me, but I did have a tendency to take it too seriously, and I think that kind of got in my way. So what I want to do now on here on this podcast, and maybe on the YouTube channel where you can listen to this, is just kind of, if I have an idea, I'm just going to jump on and do it, no formality, as well as kind of more formal training maybe that Arron wants to do. So if you've got any questions for Arron, would be interested, I'm open to that. I'm sure he is. And we will see where this goes. That's it, guys. Please do subscribe to the YouTube channel if this is where you hear this. We're going to be doing a lot more of this, and also helping you create the life you want. And I do remember the joy of really feeling as though that creativity, embracing my own creativity, was really a key to a much more happier and abundant life. And I think that's something I can feel is true. And maybe that's why I got the push of this today. So have a wonderful Easter, everybody. And I will see you on the next podcast. Please do subscribe wherever you are. It helps to share these ideas out. And if you've got any questions at all, you can email me at david@theconsciouscreationacademy.com. david@theconsciouscreationacademy.com, and I will put that link in the description here. That's it, guys. Have a wonderful day. Happy Easter. Have a great holiday and lots of love. Take care.